Nobody tells this to people who are beginners. I wish someone told me. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste. But there's this gap. For the first couple of years you make stuff, it's just not that good. It's trying to be good. It has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, it's still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past this phase. They quit. Most people I know who do interesting creative work went through years of this. We know our work doesn't have this special thing that we want it to have. We all go through this. And if you're just starting out or you're still in this phase, you've got to know that it's normal, and the most important thing you can do is do a lot of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week you'll finish one story. It is only by going through a volume of work that you will close that gap, and your work will be as good as your ambitions. I took longer to figure out how to do this than anyone I've ever met. It's gonna take a while. It's normal to take a while. You've just got to fight your way through. Ira Glass. Good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two. Morning. So today I will be taking you through some of the reasons why it's taken me so long to get back here, but I think it's things that many creatives deal with on a day-to-day. So good morning. I am now going to get up. I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to work out, and I'll just have a really productive day. Okay, it's an hour and 15 minutes later. I finally woke up after the 5 more minutes of sleep. No, I've not done any yoga. No, I've not worked out. It's definitely not going to happen. But I'm awake. So what I usually do when I wake up, first thing is drink some water. Because I spend maybe 2 hours in bed just on my phone and whatnot, I try and finish this liter of water before I get out of bed. The reason it was so bright earlier when I woke up, it's not that it's just 10, it's just my windows are usually just open, so I wake up to that. So from like 6:30 the sun starts to shine and it's really bright in my room. But yeah, at this point I'll also get to my bullet journal and write down everything I need to do for the day. Grab my pens, and then here we go. And then I also have this book where I write any ideas I have. So this is where I wrote all the things that have plagued me and trying to figure out stuff. I guess we'll talk about this throughout the day at some point. Yeah, so I started bullet journaling last month and I've been doing really well. I write down my to-do list for the day and this has helped me. So some days are really great and others are not. So today I'd already started writing some of the things I needed to do yesterday. It's a lot of admin stuff, contracts. I have a Zoom meeting at 7 p.m. I have some research to do. I have to send some test images for a campaign I'm doing. I usually just sit down here and add anything else I need to do. So like today, I had a conversation with Sharon last night, and she's actually the person who drove me to do this today because every day I've been saying tomorrow. YouTube video has been has been in this bullet journal every day for the last 2 weeks. Today I'm actually doing it. Issue number 1 is procrastination. I procrastinate so much, and I know that it's based on fear, it's based on stress, it's based on avoiding the thing just because of fear, perfectionism. All these things are based on fear. Today I'm fighting that fear. Oh my gosh, it's so brave. So I'm gonna tick these off. Thing number 1 is to go take a shower and get ready for the day. I've forgotten. This feels really weird, but we're gonna get back into it. Cool? Okay, bye. Also, today is a day that I'm taking it easy and I'm allowing myself to just chill and be easy, because yesterday was a big day. We had the Cotex event, the Cotex Live, which I was hosting, and I was really nervous and I'd been prepping and everything, so it went really well. So today I'm giving myself a break. If I don't do much, it's okay. But it was so cool, and afterwards, because I was feeling so, I called Sharon and we FaceTimed for maybe an hour and a half, and it calmed me down. We did our skincare routines together, and she basically...
Okay, so all the fancy stuff, the frills and the turbans have come off to reveal the fancy face.
Take it there.
So awkward from that position.
Take it
Patricia there's so much happening. You guys are here, Patricia is there, and Patricia is vlogging. So there's Patricia's audience too. Hi guys!
Hey! Let me just show guys my setup. Let me show guys my... Oh, you keep talking to your people. May I talk to mine? I forgot to... I'm just gonna tell you guys that I forgot... Oh yeah.
Just so I can, for a little bit. Okay.
So, guys, I forgot.
How do I do that so that I can't mute you? Oh no, I'll mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You've muted yourself. So me, I can't hear you. You, I can't hear. Okay, cool, awesome.
Mute me.
Oh. Okay.
There
we go. So.
Okay.
See, even me mute me, because now I can hear you.
So,
even me mute me so that I can vlog. Mute me. Mute me.
I can't hear you.
Mute. If... Check it there. Udema nanisho kitu nifanya alafu yana sahau kuifanya. Guys, I forgot to vlog this part. So today was the Cotex Chican concert, and I just finished hosting it, and this is the second hour that's happening now. So Wendy K is performing. This was me and my notes and everything during the live. I did it in my living room. That's my office. That's where I usually sit. This is the Cotex branding that I had in the background. And I was so nervous. So after we finished, I just called Sharon, and she's been calming me down, because I was just like, oh my God, oh my gosh. But it was really fun. I had a really good time doing it, even though I'd been nervous like hell. I'm wearing these Her Given hair extensions. I was wearing Joanna K lashes. Ooh, and I'm removing my hair now. So what's gonna happen now, Sharon is taking off her makeup, and I'm also going to take off my makeup, so I'm gonna go to the room. But yeah, we'll get unready another day. I think I'm just gonna keep her. Look at her vlogging. Look at her. She's talking to she's talking to I can't get the lighting right. But yeah, it's refusing to focus. So I had my laptop there as well, because this was a whole production, guys. So this was like the Cotex Skype group. So this is where guys were like commenting and being told, okay, up next you have so and so and so and so. And then I also had the script. Where's the script? The script was here as well, although I had gone through the script over and over beforehand, so I was a bit nervous, but it turns out I had internalized the script, but I was freaking out because I thought I hadn't. But Sharon was like, yeah, I think you talked about everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna shift and go to the bedroom to take off my makeup. I'm actually just gonna sit here and wait for Wendy to perform. Like, look at her. Let me see if I can switch on there. Hey. Hey.
That was my final song. It's called My Way. And as I said, my name is Wendy K. I'm a singer, songwriter,
producer, all the nice stuff. And if you like my music, if you vibe with it, please subscribe to my channel, Wendy K, YouTube, subscribe to my all handles everywhere, Wendy K Official. And
I was watching that before.
You guys have a good evening. Stay safe.
That's what I was watching in the afternoon before I set up.
Hey everyone, Tamina here, and I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are staying safe.
She's
you guys
so
are
dope.
healthy. That's just like my one hope. I'm so excited.
She talked me down. She talked me through the way I've been overthinking this YouTube video, and she's the one who came up with the idea of, instead of like pressuring myself to do this perfect I'm back video, how about I just intertwine it with, you know, something that doesn't give me that much anxiety like this, which was a brilliant idea. So I'm actually enjoying this. It might be really long, forgive me. I know we're trying to be brief, we're aiming for brevity moving forward, but for this one, just allow it to be what it'll be, and then after that we'll get back to concise videos. At this point, I say good morning to my boyfriend. Today I will be catching up on the Friend Zone podcast, and so we've come.
Welcome to the Friend Zone.
Time I'm in the zone.
My name is Dustin.
I'm Francesca, also known as Hey Friend Hey.
So I'm gonna take the speaker with me to the shower, take a shower, do my skin. 20. So I was just about to get into the shower, and then I got an email reminding me that I have a Zoom call at 11 a.m. It is now 10:52, so let me handle the Zoom call and then take the shower after. These are my days, I swear. These are the I didn't write that down in my bullet journal because it was a WhatsApp conversation late at night after the Cortex thing, so I think it just slipped my mind. But yeah, let me just do that. So nimekuja, nimeketi hapa kwenye ofisi yangu. And then the WhatsApp conversation I had with this person said we agreed 11 a.m. Kenyan time. They're in South Africa. Look what it says in the email. And then nimekimbia. It says 1 p.m. to 1:30. They scheduled it for 1 p.m. and she's not seeing my WhatsApp, so I'm thinking what I'll do, since I'm already here, I'll respond to some emails. Let me see if I can get some stuff done since I'm here. Also, the living room is still a bit of a mess because of shooting the live last night. I'm gonna have kombucha for breakfast, some juice in here. Abandoned that. I'm having noodles for breakfast from these guys, and I'm still watching that. This is how most of my days go. Wow. Meeting starts in 2 minutes. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. My God. Okay, so after that call, it's as though I've abandoned my plans for today, but I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Hey guys, so it is Saturday. What time is it? It's 1:15. So what happened yesterday? Life happened. My plan to vlog yesterday just went down the drain. Which, you know, is a normal thing for me. I'm not those kinds of people who knows how to compartmentalize, and then like if I'm not okay in this aspect of my life, I can still be 100 in another. Like usually it just all goes down the drain. So that's how my yesterday went. But I had a couple of other Zoom calls after that, and then I spent the rest of the evening just watching TV and falling asleep on my couch, which was really cool. Today I am going to the supermarket to shop. I'm trying to get out of the house more. I've been ordering a lot, and my brother, who I live with, is the one who's been doing the supermarket runs, but today I want to go. So I have my shopping list here. I don't use my phone for a lot of things. I prefer to write things down. I'm just catching up on these two. Every Saturday they have their live session. It's Media Madness and Jill Koi.
We're coming from Nyeri.
Every Saturday morning. They're just hilarious. They are very silly. The reason it's such a big deal for me to go to the supermarket, last week when I left the house the other time, I wanted to do some small shopping, and I got into the supermarket and I was so overwhelmed that I really just did nothing. I left without anything for myself. And this is because whenever I go to the supermarket, I go, even if I have a list, I have to walk through every single aisle to see, hey, what if there's something I forgot to put on the list? And I see it and I'm like, oh, I need this. So I usually end up spending a lot of time in the supermarket. It's a favorite pastime of mine. I really enjoy it. But today I kind of just want to keep it under an hour. I'm going to go to the Junction Mall. I'm going to pass by Zucchini because they have kombucha. I usually feel like I'm in a music video when I'm in the supermarket as well, so that might also be a thing. I usually play music on my phone. My hair right now it's not in its healthiest state, to be honest, so I'm just gonna go buy more gel because I like that style. Guys, it's been an hour since I told you I'm going to the supermarket. Hawa watu wamenieka. I'm leaving some footage transferring over there. I'm gonna call an Uber, jacket, Vivo tights, sneakers, and I have this bag. This is my tote bag for shopping. So twende. Okay, so my temperature was taken. We have the gloves. I already went to Zucchini. I grabbed the kombucha, so I'm just gonna do this now. Hopefully I'm not gonna stay here for more than an hour because that is my issue. Okay, so I'm back home. I called my brother to help me carry the stuff upstairs. I think he was asleep, so I told him to come down after 5 minutes. I think he went back to sleep, so I had to carry all the bags by myself, but that's okay. That's my workout for the month. But also I've come home to a blackout, and yeah, I was gonna film like unpacking the stuff in the kitchen and whatnot, but kuna giza, the kitchen is dark. Okay. So let me just unpack everything and then I'll sit down and have a chat with you guys. The electricity is back, but it found me on the couch. I was waiting for it and it came so quickly. Now, do I go do the things I was supposed to do, or do I continue sitting on the couch? I've already started relaxing. Ooh. Hata nikatoa hii. Wow. Okay, let me just go unpack. So, just in case you're interested, Can Taste coconut milk or coconut cream. Today they had an offer. You get free coconut oil, like a tiny little tub. And I usually like buying things that are on offer like that. So for instance, even these pharmacy wipes,
there was a buy one get one free, 2 for the price of 1 offer. So when it comes to wipes, I usually use either Hanan or these guys, but it doesn't really matter what's on them because I rinse them anyway, just to put you on. Like, I usually like to buy things that are paired. I always look for little offers.
You can fly, worlds where you can soar, worlds where you can fly.
And these are my toiletries, so it's gonna come there. Hair gel, Eco Styler Argan Oil, Eco Styler Black Castor and Flaxseed Oil, the Garnier Charcoal Mask, Garnier Micellar Water. This is the shower gel I use. I started using it. I just finished my first bottle and I really like it. I bought this for my little fro. Ooh. I like it, I like it, I like it. My fro was much bigger in the morning and then nikatoka kanza kunyesha. It started raining, so it's shrunk a little bit. Activated charcoal. This is good for if your tummy is not okay, if you have a hangover. It's good for that. For the toilet, for my nails, because I'm gonna be doing my nails at home. Eat in the laundry area. This, I love this smell. Look at that, vanilla and cashmere musk. This is, I love it, I love it. Okay, I've decided after unpacking the shopping, I am going to cook and I'm going to tidy up the living room. I bought tur dal. I love Indian food, and one of our favorite restaurants is called Sanja Chulha, and it's Indian and Pakistani. I looked for a recipe online. Oh, you can even see, yeah, that. So that's what I'm gonna make. Buttery pigeon pea dal, meaty handi dal, and I'll just follow this to the T, except for the jalapeno peppers. I even bought parathas, like frozen parathas. So let's cook. I'm watching DIY with Jojo. She's really cool. She's got a really dope channel and she does really cool stuff. I will be using this salad maker from Philips. I got it last week. So it's called a salad maker, but it doesn't just make salads. It actually just chops, shreds, juliennes. Like, it does veggies. It even has a nini for warus, for cutting chips. So I'm using it today. My brother has already used it and he said it was pretty simple. The recipe calls for finely chopped onions. So I'm gonna use this to cut that, and the ginger. I'm gonna do like all of that here. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Jump down, leap, raise your arms and reach for the sky now. Reach way up high, fly, reach. Talking about dreamscapes painted in the colors of your mind. In the colors of your mind. Talking about dreamscapes painted in the colors of your mind. Dreamscapes painted in the colors of your mind. In the colors of your mind. Talking about dreamscapes painted in the colors of your mind.
God. Onions really get me. Okay, I am going to tidy up. Yes, the Kotex stuff is still here. Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. So I'm gonna tidy up all of this and then get the food, bring it here and eat. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 17th of May. Wow, guys. So I'm really committed to doing this. I made a promise that I'm going to do this and deal with all the things that have been holding me back, right? I really, look, I'm not even forcing myself. I really enjoy this. The stuff that goes on in my head, in my brain, in my mind, that kind of holds me back, and that's what I'm breaking through. That's what I'm forcing myself to get through. The self-doubt and the self-criticism and the imposter syndrome, the perfectionism, all these things that I've allowed to sort of just pile up and stop me from doing things that I really love. This being one of them. I'm just asking you guys to be patient with me as I make all the mistakes that I perceive myself to make when I'm doing this, and to just allow myself to make all of them, and if I see them, I'll just allow them. And the thing with this is that once you post the first one, that feeling of publishing usually feels so good and so motivating to go on to the next and to the next and to the next. So I really appreciate you guys being here so far and listening to me ramble a lot. I'm trying to figure out my thoughts and to arrange them properly. What can I say today? First of all, yeah, sometimes I don't like cover my hair. I think what happened was once I made the decision, I know I'm going to shave it off eventually. I haven't really been doing the most to take care of it or to keep it as healthy as possible. Like, this is just clean, shampooed, conditioned, rinsed, and then I tied it back in a ponytail and it stretched, and then yesterday it was a fro, and then I went to the supermarket and it rained, and now it's shrunk, it's dry. I hadn't done much, so it's not, I'm not the best person to tell you about your hair care today. Okay, let me get dressed and then do this. Okay, so I've been trying to get dressed as though I'm leaving the house, but I shower, get dressed, do a little bit of like morning pampering, and then go to the living room like I'm going to work. So that's been working for me. The stuff that I wanted to talk about in this video, I even titled it Questions That Plagued Me, and basically it's just stuff I've been dealing with for years, but I think last year, over the last couple of years, is when it got like really intense. I will say that I did find this video by this guy called Tariq. He's from the States, but he did a whole video talking about this stuff, and I really resonated, and it's part of the reason why I felt so like, okay, it felt like these are things that are pushing me back into this space. So the questions that plagued me were, what is my purpose, and what is my purpose with this channel? And I think I just needed to go back to that and remember why I wanted to do this, because I started this channel in 2009, guys. 2009. Wow. It's been 11 years since this channel was started. I think a couple of videos went up in, like 3 videos went up in 2010, and then the next video went up in 2012, and then after that 2017 when I started vlogging. But this had always been something I wanted to do, and I just didn't have the courage to do it. That's something that has been a common thread throughout my life, this fear of actually just doing without overthinking and whatnot. So I'll address the other things. So things like self-doubt, where I just, when I either question my ability, or I question my purpose, or I question if people will even resonate, if this is even relevant. It's not pleasant, but you know, that's another question. And because of that self-doubt, then it leads to overthinking. Overthinking, of course, leads to procrastination. And procrastination is in the littlest things, like I'll obsess over a font or where a font or text is placed to lengthen the process of actually doing the thing or creating the thing. And my procrastination manifests in the most ridiculous ways. Like, okay, so I'm supposed to be doing this report, but instead of doing it, let me clean on top of the curtain boxes, because it feels like it's really urgent for me to do that right now rather than the thing that has a deadline. Learning that procrastination is also based on fear and stress relief. Like, it's not that I'm lazy, it's because I'm afraid of confronting the feeling, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety. Why is this thing that I'm supposed to be doing so anxiety laden? My inner critic is another thing that I've been dealing with, and my inner critic is very loud, and I realize that I don't speak very kindly to myself. So all the things that I think are negative about something, I will Silas, my friend, called me out and told me that I need to stop. What is happening? And told me that I need to stop villainizing myself. And I was like, I'm not villainizing myself. I'm not making myself out to be the bad guy. And then he was like, yes, but even calling yourself out or attaching these negative traits to myself, whether or not they make me the bad guy, but I'm just calling myself out and amplifying these traits that I think live within me, that in itself is villainizing myself. And it hit hard because it's definitely rooted in insecurity. I'll call myself all sorts of things in criticizing myself for the things I'm doing. So even when there's content that I've shot and I'm editing it and I'm like, why did you not shoot from this angle, or why did you say this, or why are you so narcissistic? It's all these things that I sort of turn inwards and I call myself all these things, and I don't understand why. But I guess I'll explore this moving forward, and maybe we can explore these things together. To be honest, in 2017 I shot a very similar video to this one, talking about all these things, and this was right before I started vlogging, and I never published it. I showed it to Sharon, I had her watch it, and she was like, wow, this is deep, but I never published it. And then I lost that footage when I lost my hard drives. But you know, here we are, almost 3 years later, dealing with the same things. Then there's the comparison with others. I think a lot of people deal with that comparison. Social media has made it so easy for us to do that. Why am I so bad at this? Why can't I be like so and so? Why can't I do this like so and so? And it's something that Ira Glass speaks about. Well, it ties into something that he said about creatives having such good taste. Like, we have, our own taste is so good, but because we haven't put in the work to get to the level of quality of the work that we want to create, we criticize ourselves so much. I think this noise is a bit too loud. Okay guys, let me go shower and then we'll move to the living room because my neighbors have decided Sunday is Roomba day, and you know what, I can't blame them. They're having a good time. So I'll go shower and then to Pachanikwa living room. I'll see you in jiffy. We are going to go to the living room. Office time, although it's Sunday, but yeah, let's hang around here. I bought a package from New Level. They recently introduced a new stock of hats, fedoras. When Nancy has something, when she has a sale or something, I usually just make a purchase. Chop chop. So these are fedora. Ooh, and they're so sturdy. I'm not like a hat aficionado, and I have a friend who she goes like, she knows the really good hats and hat companies, but I'm okay with these. These look cool. They were $1,500 and I like them, so yours. How cute. Okay, so I came to the living room to have lunch, which was leftovers from yesterday, and then I was going to sit down and film, but then I don't know, I turned on the TV, I put on Showmax, then I decided to rewatch last week's episode of Insecure as I prepare for this week's episode of Insecure. Does anybody else do that? Like, I'll rewatch I'll rewatch episodes of shows that I'm currently watching as they're coming every week, just to be fresh with the memories in case I missed anything. And then electricity went, so there's a blackout. It is 3:40 p.m. and I'm taking that as a sign that I should really just finish everything I set out to finish today. So let's go back to this conversation. And speaking of insecure, perfect segue to speak about insecurities. And I can definitely say that, you know, I've been plagued with insecurities as well, about my work, about my talent, about, you know, whether I deserve certain things. Yes, I have been insecure about certain things, and that I think has affected a lot of what I do, a lot of how I approach things, even relationships and friendships, work. All of that is affected by insecurity. And I think the older you get, people do say that you start to care less, which is true, but then if you don't really address the root issues that you're dealing with, then you don't really get to it, and these things manifest in deeper, more significant ways. I just need to believe that I'm really good at the things that I do, and I can get better. Like, instead of being insecure, if I feel like something isn't to 100% of my ability, I can just work hard to do better, right? Hello. And then another thing, imposter syndrome, which can also stem from comparison with others. And I think imposter syndrome really just stems from who the world thinks I am versus who I believe I am. If those two things are very, very separate, if they're very far apart, then there's going to be a discrepancy somewhere. And I need to focus more on who I believe I am rather than what the world thinks that I am. And that way, if the two come closer and closer and closer and actually become the same thing, then it means that, you know, I'm good. Also, guys, these are just things. I'm not even talking about the solution to these things or the answers to these questions. So if you guys also have ways in which you have dealt with any of these things that I'm mentioning, you know, feel free to comment below and share your experiences. I do a lot of research. I read a lot about stuff. I have a psychology background, even though I didn't delve into working as a psychologist, but that's what I studied in uni. And I really explore a lot of these things, and you would think that the more you know about them, that the better you are at handling them, but it's not the truth. No, wow, it's not. It's usually difficult to face them, but pole, just I'm taking it easy. I'm being kind to myself on most days. I'm forgiving myself on most days, so it's not too bad. And I'm glad that I'm actually doing this and talking about it so that, you know, we can have a place to share and discuss these things together. And another thing that I've realized that I have is control issues, because all these things, procrastination, perfectionism, I think they do have an element of trying to be in control of everything, trying to be in control of not only the action, but the result of the actions. And I need to let go of that. And I trust in God, and I need to remember that I do trust in God, and I need to allow God to handle the things that are out of my control. One of the things I used to overthink a lot is, now that people are enjoying my videos and they like the editing and you think I'm funny, what if in the next video I'm not as funny, or my editing is not as great? In my head, I have these Steven Spielberg expectations of myself, but I haven't really put in the work or the hours or the time that I haven't even studied this. So I kind of just need to forgive myself. And sounds like a fake cry, like they're crying for attention. See, they've stopped. I need to forgive myself, be kind to myself, forgive myself for the mistakes that I'm obviously going to make as I'm, you know, on this journey, because I'm not going to do everything perfectly. Allow myself to just progress slowly and allow myself the journey of growth, because I can't be perfect on day one, which is why I guess I didn't start posting videos in 2009 when I started, because I was overthinking it too much and I was trying too hard to be this version that I wish I was. That's the thing that Ira Glass talks about. See, even now I'm really overthinking and I'm like, I'm talking too much, I am rambling, but you know what, guys, like I asked, please just bear with me on this one. I really just want this video to go up, and so that I can breathe and build on that momentum so that I keep moving forward. Otherwise I feel like I've stalled. I feel like I'm just standing still. I feel like I'm not able to take the step forward because I'm beating myself up too much on not being the perfect version of myself that I wish I was. I didn't allow myself the journey of growth. I didn't allow myself to figure out how to do the things I want to do by making mistakes, and that was a mistake in itself. But it helps to know that many people go through this. Tuko wengi. I hope now that I'm putting this out there in this way, as I continue to figure this out and as I continue to claw my way out of this funk, that we can grow together, we can inspire each other, we can share stuff with each other, and we can still have fun and be entertaining and connect in that way. So this is the part where I say thanks for watching, and so thanks for watching all the way through till here, and I'm so glad you're here. And thank you to everybody who's been subscribing over the last few months, even though there haven't been any videos out. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment below if there's anything that you feel you want to share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.